I am gonna recommend any media by its neurotype. So if you don't know about neurotype chart, you can pick any anime or media, but mainly anime that I recommend from from archetype that you're interested in. Choose this. I choose this any media, any number, mainly anime because based on how can related connection, how can type of thinking can understand other type of thinking and think toward them. So if you want a list, I can put it on the descriptions, but I will just explain what's good about anime, what's good about that anime, and maybe explain why it's fit for this archetype. But I've mostly revealed it. So for the original video that DigiBro has put on about this archetype, this neurotyping chart, he also recommend anime, but most of them is mainstream, and that video is also really old. So I want to recommend a new anime, and less known, less famous anime to for people to watch, you know. And I also interested in this charts, so I consider that you know it's kind of fun that to to recommend media based on these charts. But I will recommend some of the mainstream shows that people probably dropped out. People that a specific archetype has already dropped, and I will encourage people to continue. But most of them, I will probably not explain the reason why I recommend it, because probably most people, 80% of the people uh, who watch will probably already watch it. So this video is, aimed towards people who is new to the anime industry, or people who is intermediate, you know, intermediate people who level of people who watch anime maybe 200 or to 500. But there's one archetype that I will I will recommend it for veteran, more than veteran. Yes, more than veteran, to be honest, because that archetype, that neurotype is analysis, analyze. So people who is analyze, you better watch, you know, the list that I am provide you, because it is, I can confirm that it is good. And there will be no spoiler, probably no surprise because I am recommending anime. But as for more few popular anime, I will not explain anything because you already know, as I say before. you know so feels real. One, I will explain to people that in that neurotype why is that that anime is good, but not specific to why, not mostly not specific to why that archetype fits, because it's real hard to explain. So I explain to some anime, to some specific anime that I really want to recommend, but mostly I will review them and explain why it's good, but not actually explain about archetype. So I will use these views to be fair to everyone, because uh, in orders that I will say that I will recommend, because as as the video goes for longer, I will forget some details for some type neurotype or type of thinking. So the credits of all of this go to Digibro. Now is Beatrice, but people who created is Digibro. So no spoiler for anime, but I will warn you that I am overseer in the middle of overseer, aesthetics, new type, and fascinator, but I am thinking more like overseer. So it will be not. It probably 99% not accurate, but it's fun to list these recommendations. So I'm doing this for fun. Some anime is repeated in this list because I'm too lazy. First anime, I'm spinning the wheel now. So okay, new type. Yeah, boys, let's go. So this is the icon of new type. If you don't know already, I am a former new type that when I watch anime in the past, I am just I'm just liking everything because I can't even interpret it. But I will recommend it to new type is first the icon of new type, Sunny Boy, confusing over the top symbolic that you will never understand, and philosophy and everything in this anime is stylish, artistic, kind of confusing, a lot of ideas happening, very lateral, need definitely need, you know, instincts of impressionists to understand. Bleach, number 2 is Bleach. Number 3 is SAO All Seasons. If you drop this anime, please watch it. As a former new type, SAO is an anime that helped me through the most tough period of my life. If you're a new type too, then you probably had a hard time, so you definitely need SAO at all costs in your life. A lot of other type of thinking and epic over the top story all over the place. Everything in SAO is perfect for new type. As I can confirm that I'm not suicide because of this anime, because I am former new type recreator. Recreator a lot has a lot of symbolic, unrelated, confused chaos thoughts included in this anime, and real cool concept of anime, of fighting between anime. For example, Mahou Shoujo versus fantasy fighting anime in and the topics about blood, about those subjective things happening in this anime. And lastly, manga number 5, Sekine-kun no Koi. Sekine-kun no Koi about has told story about a miserable man who is not hikikomori, but actually a sarali man who is don't really understand thoughts of other people, don't really understand himself, don't really understand everything. Feeling of a man who doesn't understand social, and feeling of disconnect. Throughout the series, you see how he developed through being more miserable, or being, upgrade himself. This is actually a welcome to NHK type of story in manga that I think it is better than Welcome to the NHK. I'm sorry for Welcome to the NHK fan, by the way, but I'm just I'm just kind of fishing this manga because I love this manga so much, you know. So on to the next one. So, I will remove now. I remove new type and shuffling for fairness. Okay, so spinning now. Let's see who will, will be the next victim. Clay side. Oh, clay side. I thought it would be bookkeeper because, you know, I want to say about bookkeeper. Okay, so for clear side, number one, JoJo. Definitely no explanation. Everyone should watch this. Number two, Naki no Sakura. A docent drama about people that tell in a really straightforward way. Mix of fantasy elements and less violent action, character behavior, and I don't even know why. But I really enjoy slice of life in this anime. If you are clear side, you might need to a little bit of thinking, scene by scene, and dialogue, but just a little bit. Number three, definitely raw TV. Action, fantasy, open first episode with epic fight, paper superpower without reason. Hell, this anime is really fit for clear side if you don't need to watch raw movie first to watch this. You don't need to watch it. Minami-Ke. You can definitely tell by my name that borrows. I'm stealing K in Minami-Ke to my name Eroistic-Ke. Comedy in this Japanese household and Japanese culture that is really fun and enjoyable to watch. Joke in this anime can be really funny for impressionist thinker. Maho Gakui no Fute Gosha Shijo Saikyo no Maou no Shiso Tensei Shite Shion Tachi no Gakko e. So, Arnos flexes. That's what I want to say about this anime joke. So this anime is playing on all-powered character gimmick that you would think, how can he do that? You know. So finish for clear-sighted. So Rot TV is is you know is an icon for this archetype that I recommend, by the way. So on to the next one. I'm removing this and spin. I hope when we get Osier. Oh, bookkeepers. Oh, thank you. I wanted to say something to bookkeeper on the way. So the icon of bookkeeper is X stars online. You definitely need to read this light novel for bookkeeper. This exercise is a light novel about actually harem, real all the top and funnest joke about old lord and in the game who is really lexically as possible. Go It's go all the way through lexically way and manage to capture through impressionistic way for some reason, but it's really over the top and you know harem all the scenes, all everything in this anime is in this line novel is perfect, like everything really. See this uh artwork so gorgeous as ever. But number two is High School DxD. Easy to understand lexically. Harem. No need to explain more. Because famous. Number three, Hunter x Hunter. Explain, but I choose this category for Hunter x Hunter is because of the fact that Hunter x Hunter is really really linear in terms of storytelling. You will probably not trust me, but really, I it's lexically on how they told story, the way they explain, the way they you know pans camera, and introducing the characters, especially in Greed Iceland and uh, Mo in first arc uh of Hunter Test. Number four, Zero no Tsukaima. Well, having fan service and more 18 plus content, but this anime is really meant for people who is kids and bookkeeper and people new to anime with some of twists and turns, some world building, and the bookkeeper will like. Number 5, Hataraku Saibu. Very good scientific anime, requires some understanding with biology, and really more enjoyable if you like dialogue and explanation. So, on to the next one. Remove and spin. I hope I get human calculator. Oh, impressionist. Okay, so for impressionist, Michiko to Hachin, very underrated shows of Studio Manglove. I really like this anime so much, and I don't know why this anime score dropped to 7.84, because last time I saw it, it just like 8.1 or 8 maybe, but I'm really uh hate MAL for dropping the score of this anime, because it's one of my favorite adventure of all time. You could say it's number one in my heart. Michiko to Hachin adventure anime play with this deep mafia theme and character is great, but it also known that the character is great in terms of you know that they are not a bad person like Satoshi, but also they're not doing a good thing either. But they are bad. You could hate them, but not in a cliche gray way that you know you in a cliche gray way that they they will do good and do bad, but the action in this of characters in this anime is consistent, and you know why they did that. They did what they did. They did what they do. So it's not. So the character is not, you know, that cliche of gray characters. But because you are, you also know that it is bad that they did them. So then they go off the charts to be evil, but you know why they did that, but you still hate them. That's conclusion. So the story of this is episodic but really fit the theme of adventure. It's South America, costume, atmosphere, background is superb. So on to the number 2, Hyouka. Uses sense to understand characters and read atmosphere and characters. Recognition, fast pace. Number 3, recognition. Fast paced fantasy adventure playing with psychology fit for impressionists. Number 4, the Rarity and the manga stylish anime of Nishimura Junji. Action also have a lot of yokai gang and stuff that need to understand by more lateral and really impressionist thoughts. Number 5, Iruma. A good comedy jokes with a good background, but it was kind of dark, and jokes really go in the impressionist way and probably hit for you know for people who is in impressionist archetype. So on to the next one. Remove. Oh, analyze. So analyze. So if you are analyzed, you probably no, not probably, you definitely more smarter than me and don't want this video. For analyze, that is archetype that I don't understand the most because they are indeed more intelligent than me and probably don't need my recommendation or watch this video. But I know a guy who is, you know, veteran anime, probably watch all the anime in the world that is good. And today he I open he recommend his favorite anime. He list his I get the list of his favorite anime and recommend it to you analyze to you who is analyzed. So um there will be no explanation um because you don't need one. You already smartest. So so I will just list the name here. Sorry Motoi Bashu Funivo Amu Surara Reset Shimnete To Lugainen Ga So Sai Shinai Taikusu Not Sekai Machikado Masaki Violet Evergarden Urara Marisha Bleach Durara Keijo. The manga is Keijo Shiojang, JoJo, Bakuman, you know. So just name a few, but the icon that he that my acquaintance who is analyzed like the maze is Sigurado Reset. So on to the next one. Okay, Fascinator. If you are talking about Fascinator, the first anime that popped into my mind is Darker Than Black, Kurano Keiyakushi. You don't know what this anime would deliver. It really need weird logic and hindsight to understand. And a lot of ideas happening in this anime, a lot of interpretation in terms of impressionism. Number 2, Girl Lies to a feel good anime in really fascinating way. Number 3, Book of Fantora. Of course, this anime is born for fascinating bunch of cards, dialogue, philosophy, full of construct world with amazing stuff like drugs and books. Number 4, Grisaya franchise, a good harem anime adapt from visual novel, which I everyone recommend to read a play visual novel about. I personally like anime version adaptation and have a really good sounding drama. So number 5, Hyouka and Glasslip, realistic fantasy anime with twist logic that differences than other fantasy. Number 7, Platinum and really a good anime that people think is bad. I don't know why people think it is bad though. Animation is good, everything in this anime is good, but it kind of sloppy in episode 8 to 12. Definitely because uses of weapon and character, that how can you even think of that? type type of thing in this anime that made me recommend it. And number 8, Arakawa and the Bridge, which I would recommend again in understanding. So, on to the next one. Of course, Dragon Black is an icon for fascinator. On to the next one. On to the next one. Contemplative. Everything else. Pure instinct. Number 1. Go last 2. Hard to explain feeling in this anime make you definitely like that. Number 2. Akebi-chan no Fuku. This anime in this season Hyouka anime require a lot of instinctual understanding with pure instincts. Main protagonist Akebi. Number 3. Horizon Invasion manga action with world of high tower that have mystery and fighting for no reason will still has over the top courageous feeling. Number 4, Camphor, straightforward anime about a fight of boy who turned to ghost. Number 5, Ray Wars, of course, highlight of this archetype. Train fight well very pressure with fanservice action scene almost in every episode. Number 6 or 7, Road TV. This anime made for Pyongyang. You understand everything without thinking, but just by looking at it will definitely deliver to your heart. So, on to the next one. Quick bit. Externalist. Externalist. So, externalist, right? We'll see about it. So, externalist. Number 1, Wingers Rated. Story about fighting superpower fantasy in town that is kinda stylish in impressionist way. Definitely the best shonen I've seen. Called Geass to Rarara. Number 4, Lively Complex. Definitely highlight. It shows that realistic takes on externalists, how it affect others and people near you. If you are externalist, definitely get something from this anime. Number 6, Kubikiri Psycho and Oisawa and the Sarikado Sukai have a lot of, understanding about kind of fairly impressionist, fairly, linear type of story that, you need to understand about characters, what the goals of the characters, and really there's a lot of mystery stuff in this anime. So, on to the next one. Okay, technician. Okay, sorry for that. I forgot to cut that part, but definitely for technician, I recommend Platinum N for to highlight this anime. Has variety using of arrow and wings and a lot of clever things happening in this anime. Number 2, Attack on Titan. Number 3, Fantasy Bishoujo Juniku or Jiasengdo. Horali's take on sex and isekai that is actually good and not social justice warrior type of anime. Number 4, Keiju. Anime with anime girl fighting. Number 5, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or literally any card games anime that is shown that technician is extremely fit for god card games. So, on to the next one. We've left 7 archetype. Okay, understanding. Finally, because all of the nominees I've chosen, you know, there's left a lot of archetype that I need to talk the most of them. Understanding, overseer, and you know, human calculator. I definitely need to talk a lot about it. So I wanted to say every six of life show that has got more than 7 in mile that exists, or Abigail Ani shows, or Hyouka. But today I recommend lesser known media, so Subiteka Efuninaru must watch for Carter need a lot of sympathetic and understanding to understand and enjoy this anime. Silver Spoon understand we understand about Carter in this anime and have real good fun, knowledge and stuff. And realistic characters like Hachiken and Piece might making this is also realistic. A rock under the bridge. It is by type the anime that fascinated will connect. But why do I want to recommend it to understanding? Is because I want to understand more. Because understanding need to understand more impressionist and lateral thinking. So I'm sure that understanding will get something of understand more impressionistic and lateral thought. There's some beautiful philosophy in this anime. For understanding that listen to a lot of music, I recommend Anime Music Quiz website to play with friends or alone. Scifi-Ke, kinda death face joke for this anime. Psyche for understanding will understand that feeling of when you criticize your friends in your hate. The more is that is a lot to it gimmick of psychic that how you have your friends if you have psychic. So definitely icon is a rock wonder bridge. You know, this anime should get 9. I am not joking, but pure ML is too in Mao is too stupid. On to the next one. I really want human calculator because there's a lot to talk about in this anime, but contemplative is also really not a bad choice. For people who already dropped this anime, I recommend Naruto. Even if you don't like shonen, please watch Naruto. Naruto have a lot of idealism. Every character has their own perspective of extreme. Unlike Durarara, Naruto has characters is face-to-face fight argument. I'm sure you will get life lesson out of Naruto. If you're not, then I still recommend Naruto, as you will see a lot Sasuke who is also have common issue with of contemplation. You still can relate. Inuyashiki manga, a lot of thing a fight between justice what's right, what's wrong, philosophy of flight of idealism. This manga is perfect for contemplation. Art taxi and that parade definitely need no explanation. So on to the next one. By the way, icon is Naruto. On to the next one. Please, human calculator. Oh my god. I hate it. Oh. So for level-headed person, I definitely need. I'll know Arcielo all season. Robot anime that actually have interesting characters that is slain. It painted cartoon political obvious, rows that princess have country try to, but good guy, a hero who saves the world. Steam by a really reasonable storyline and characters with satisfying progress. Also about engineering stuff issue 1 and morality of science. Poku Udon Wow. Really chill, really real countryside anime that is really good about this story about weird raccoon with Zelda and actually kind of symbolic. That's really mind blowing. Kabuki Shoujo like solid mystery that about solving crime. In Ikebukuro, scifi-Ke, good comedy that Psyche main characters playing characters in really hilarious way. Definitely has all the one series and I can on to the next one. On to the next one. Yes. And here we go. Human calculators. Yes. We say human calculators could geass, Dead Note, Fate Game, Anime, Mob Psycho, or any perfect anime and big franchise. The reason that I recommend this anime is because there's a lot you can keep track, a lot of information spent thinking and watching. Fate franchise perfect for this human calculator because of the information needed to analyze and thinking about politics, dimension, timeline, and stuff. This can also be said about analyze as well. Blame manga also explore where observe require process of information as well. For sci-fi and stuff, I think an adventure franchise is perfect for human calculator. Like Chaos Head Robotics no Stein, this anime require you to observe technology stuff that doesn't exist theory and essentially connect and predict what will come. For slice of life, I recommend Hyouka and Glasslip and a lot more scene. Cursor action that doesn't seem make sense for a lot of people, but for human calculator, it is possible to fit into the last pieces. Mystery, you can't choose as any anime other than Subiteka Fundinaru. Definitely an ideal anime for human calculator that can process raw information that dump it for hell for 2 episode. Also for you, we try and understand more of impressionist side. So Fate franchise definitely for human calculator. I recommend you to watch Fresh Zero first and then Fast Day Night, Unlimited Bedrock, and me and Heaven Feel, and maybe play game Fate Grand Order. You know, play Fate Grand Order or watch gameplay first. On to the next one. We have three. Okay, quick wit. If you're quick wit, you probably disdain me already because I'm cringe and all that. But I recommend you an anime anyway. At least a fun anime anyway. As you know, Definitely. Saikano, romance anime that fits for quick wit, which dialogue has a lot of implication. Danmachi, an action-packed series that's full of adventure, reliving its romance tales and humorous relief in its wake. And it does more than that, as it featured an easy to follow tale that never shies away from its adventurous journey. Of once I was one of the reviewing MAL on Marseille, Vanguard card game and anime, intermediate and too easy read. Many people play kinda straightforward and needed a lot of thinking. So, on to the next one. I want to say about Overseer. Yeah, Overseer. Yeah. Okay, B. For Overseer, I kinda have a lot to talk about because it's my own archetype. So, for this is my type of thinking. But I am quite on the top left, so I will mostly just reveal it. I rock under the bridge that I kind of on my impression inside a lot of philosophy confusing chaos scene that not seem too much confusing, but still it's interesting I did any thinking. So I already recommend Oracle in three archetypes, so you know you know how much I love this anime, please watch it. Number two highlight of this archetype, Unhappy, my favorite cute girl slice of life anime ever, maybe my favorite anime ever. A lot of people say that this anime is generally cute fantasy anime, cute, anime girl. They fail to understand how masterpiece this anime is, as I give this anime score 9. But after this I gave it 10. And it has a lot of symbolic and darker anime theme inside, require a lot of understanding, encourage a feeling an emotion, an interpretation of theme that is anime trying to say. This anime is about how you may born unlucky and or how unfortunate you may be, but you still can live happily. Music, animation, and everything in this anime is stupid. It is not random at all. Every scene in this anime is handpicked and carefully thought out. Number 3, Hidden no Ari, interesting action plot with this detective style harem, kinda over the top edgy mix. This anime, despite this harem, can have a good music and character scene pull a lot of tension of how cliches and how people can pull a lot of tension. Slowly, slice of life camping anime that do best at mixing cute girl with family problem. Very recommend which in this season and probably my favorite in this season aside from Akibi no John is Scifi. For overseer that listen to a lot of music, I recommend anime music quiz website to play. It's a game anyway. Also, can watch my favorite anime overseer for my test is a bit weird, but if you are overseer, maybe check out my favorite anime. SAO all season, Glasslip any work from Nishimura Junji, Saikano, Go Last 2, Big Adventure, Inuyashiki manga, work of Nishimura Junji, Grisaya franchise. Okay, so thank you for on to the next one. Aestheticians. Wow. Okay, so for aestheticians, yes. Aestheticians number 1 Kyosukika. I highly doubt that someone will doubt the reason why I recommend this to aestheticians so watch it at all costs. Glasslip, this anime is made for aesthetician. Have you have the moments that you understand the movement completely but you can't explain it? This is what I like in anime version. A lot of things you don't understand and yet beautiful. A lot of action, a lot of words. How long probably understand? How long you can't probably understand? Those in drama with a lot of all over the place organized mess, elements of layers of idea to it. Watch it, and you will not regret. Also, literally that any work that comes from my favorite director Nishimura Junji. Harem animators is more to that to it about people who is pathetic, so mentally ill because of the thing happening in their life. This anime seems nice and addictive and it's go inside. So that's it. That's it for today. I am overseer and I don't know if I did a good job at this, but I'm trying my hardest and I probably fail or you know I made a I probably made a mistakes or blunder or something. If I made any mistake or say something wrong, I will accept it and please correct me because I'm stupid. So see ya.